Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. In this review, we're going to look at the new Target exclusive Python Patrol Cobra Viper. These are pretty cool, and you can pick these up at Target for like $22.99 is the retail price. Here's the packaging. It looks great. Nice window box still. You can see the figure and the accessories. A very nice artwork of the Viper there on the one side of the video, and then we have the very cool logo of the Python Patrol there on the bottom alongside the G.I.JOE Classified Series logo and the Cobra Viper nameplate at the bottom. These are recommended for ages 4 and above, and warning for choking hazard for small parts for children on the age of 3. So if you buy these for your small collectors, your small Vipers, don't forget to check out all the little parts first. Here's the back of the packaging. We do still have that Cobra Island look from the exclusives from the beginning of the classified line. So still got that going on, and maybe it'll change in the future, but not yet. Top of the box, this is figure number 42. It's a cool look at that awesome artwork there. I love the artwork for the Vipers. You can see the little tag that says Viper there. That's pretty cool. I do like that very much. And on this side, we have our secret decoder ring stuff that we don't know what it means. We can just speculate. Again, number 42 there on the bottom. Here's the bottom of the packaging. Here's UPC. I can get that, pause and record that if you want. As of this video, right now, these are still available on Target.com. If you still have not found these, you can go ahead and grab those and add them to your collection. I think they have a 2-figure limit, but don't quote me on that. Alright, let's go take a look at the figure outside the packaging. Okay, here he is. Pretty nice. Overall, it's just a repaint of the first V1 Viper. Nothing different. Very cool. We have the Python Patrol deco and aesthetic. I went ahead and put it on the goggles that you get. The goggles are removable. So it's iconic. You cannot have the goggles. I don't even know why those are actually a removable feature. They should be sculpted on there because you really don't do anything else with them. Okay, here he is. Let's take a look at him. So it's the helmet. We have the red and the yellow throughout over the black helmets on the side and on the front. His goggles have the red lenses. The back we have a gray patch on the helmet. So these are removable. And if you can get them into that little slot, take a look at them real quick. And they're kind of like a harder PVC. They actually only go on one way, so you can't put them upside down. So if you get them, you kind of get them like down above, just above the visor, and push down around. They seat and stay pretty well. Unlike some of the other figures we've gotten. Again, it should just be sculpted on instead of us having to fiddle and worry about potential loss. So it is what it is, I guess. The vest, we have 2 shades of gray for that and the pattern on the arms. We have some black grenades here. It's like a magazine, something inside that pocket. We have the yellow over the shoulders. And to the back with the lighter gray and a darker gray below and on top. A little sculpting for buckles. Kind of cheaping out on me in my opinion, but okay. Yellow belt, some pouches that are just sculpted on to the vest. Cobra insignia there, could have painted that in my opinion. A little breakout, a little red there. I mean, they painted that. I mean, what's the big deal? We have the yellow on this side here, like the tubing, like on the pants, I guess. And then we have the thigh pistol case. Yep, it's not a whole thigh pad. It's just a pistol case on a black band. We have the yellow in the side here. This is actually removable if you don't like it, or if you want to reposition it from one side or to the other. I guess you could get it if you wanted to do that. Back, just all gray. We have the black boots, black knee pads. It's nice, pretty cool how the tubing kind of runs from the center of the boot into the knee pads to make it look like, you know, one solid boot piece. But that's pretty cool. Feet, peg holes, some print on the bottom. There's a 360 look at the figure. All the way around. Here we go, some other angles to check him out. Looks awesome. Here we have the paddage here on the from the forearm to the down to the wrist and just over the hand on that tubing piece, like a padding piece. And that's on both arms also. Black gloves. Pretty nice. Top of her head. Cool. I like the figure. I mean, Vipers are one of my favorite army builders. And Python Troll is just like a little subunit in my opinion. I'm not me, I just want like one of each and have a small team. Yes, you can army build them, but I just don't want to overpower my blue troopers. So for the articulation, the figure, see what we can do. It does look down quite well. That's incredible. Alright, so we have side to side a little bit, and yeah, 60 rotation, and there goes the stupid goggles that we should have pre-attached. So I'm going to go ahead and put those back on, and then if it takes too long, I'll pause the video and to put them back on. Oh, no, pretty good. See it for what it's worth. Shoulders on a ball joint and a butterfly joint. So these rotate 360 around for the arms. These are super tight. You can see inside the figure there for the butterfly joints. Bicep swivel 360. We have double jointed elbows. Mine's stiff, gotta heat it, so this joint works. And then this one is kind of stuck. Not sure if it's because of the sculpt or from the overall plastic material. So we have a hand that can go 360 if you get around that pad piece. So, and then we have this one has the, I believe the, yeah, so we have the in and out like this. A little stiff. This hand is to check. We have a, not sure, I'm not seeing the joint. Oh, right there it is. So we have the up and down, which is great. It's great for posability. So having those two different type of hand joints and the butterfly joints, you can get a good, should be able to get a good grasp on a decent weapon. So down here we have rotation at the hips. Pretty nice. Obviously we probably have the drop down hips. And it's kind of stuck. It doesn't want to. Just took this out of packaging, so this is a real review. So it's not like, yeah, it's stuck. I gotta heat him up. Split. No, I feel about that comfortable. So I heat him up. So, but they have drop down hips, and then you can, it should sit relatively in 90 degrees, but I just feel a lot of stress there. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and it's stuck also, so I'm not going to break my figure. So I can heat that up, but just know there's pinned double jointed knees. I think there's a boot cut. Feet pivot down. Well, usually those ain't stuck. They usually are. Pretty good. Not too much up. Back to stationary. Rocker. Swivel on the ankle. You can get it if you want to go ahead and do that for whatever reason. You can. So, yeah. He's a cool figure. He fits the bill, basically, for our 118 scale up to 112 now in a Cobra Viper. So, pretty nice. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. So we've already looked at the goggles, so take a look at his backpack. It's nice that they added some paint, so that's really cool. I think the Cobra insignia is kind of sloppy. It's just, they just slapped on some red paint. But it's a black plastic painted red insignia. Yellow cylinders, maybe grenades. Then we have the gray rope, and that's pretty cool because it has a really nice texture to it. Not sure if that's coming through. It looks like rope, so that's cool. Then we have some pouches done this in black here on the side, around the front, and then here on the side, and then some like little sculpting clips. Top of it kind of has 2 clips. The back is just bare boned. Pig. It almost gives you the illusion, kind of like Valverse maybe, that you could pop that piece off like in their backpacks and stick stuff in, but it doesn't seem to want to come off. Pig on the back. Pig. Let's see how it fits. Getting the right angle because of the vest versus the hole in these guys sometimes are a pain to get it to line up. So sometimes you gotta feel for it. It is. So I like it. It's nice and tight fit on the back. No gappage. Fits the bill. You can sell the idea of the yellow straps on the shoulder being the straps for the pack. So that looks, you know, so we don't have real working straps or anything. So that's pretty good. It only comes with 2 weapons. We do have this pistol. Biggest complaint with some of these weapons is the nerf look to some of them. The pistol's not too bad. Not too bad in my opinion. No drill barrel, so no blast effects can be attached. Nothing to attach it to. He has a place for it here on his leg. Fits nice. I can feel it protrude through the bottom here. Very, very nice. Okay, so for the hand, let's see what we got going on here. It's a little soft, but a little too much in my opinion. A lot of friction there to cause, you know, chewing up of the handle versus stress marks. But you can get in relatively easy. The pistol looks decent. It's not ideal, but it's pretty decent in my opinion, to be honest. You can kind of have like it's a Cobra gun, so you kind of like exotic is probably the better word for it. Very nice. It's pretty cool. All right, so the last one we got is this guy. So we can go ahead and just save the argument here. This is crap. It looks like a Nerf gun. It has no way anywhere near what the original Viper's iconic gun looks like. So I don't know why we have to do this, Hasbro. Just give us what we want. What's the big deal? Same amount of plastic, same amount of cost. You had to get the molds for this. Why don't you just give us the original weapon? I just don't see why you have to do this. Why, Hasbro? Why? But anyhow, I digress. I don't like it. I'm going to probably look for an alternative for playability, because one thing I hate, this connection from the stock to the handle. It's such a pain. It gets in the way when you're trying to pose your figure. It gets in the way you try to put the weapon in her hand. So it's kind of junk. Got a scope on it. We do have a drill barrel for potential blast effects, which is okay. And I believe, there we go. It has a removable clip. So that's cool, at least. But the overall aesthetics and design is, my opinion, is terrible. Give us the original Hasbro. Stop messing around. Give the collectors what they want, period. So let's try to see what happens when we put it in his hand. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It can be relatively frustrating and irritating. So we need to get this in his hand. So the best way I found is to do it like this, kind of get it in an angle, however you can. Get him to grip it first. Hands are so stiff, sometimes it's hard to get them in there. So you can grip it, something like that. I had it and then it fell out. And you try to roll it in, get past that thumb, and hopefully it pops. The thumb is always a problem on these stock connected pieces, and I'm gonna have to probably pause the video and try to figure this out. Oh wait, I think it popped. So we do have the trigger that went in, so I'll try to bend this. I'll try to use the joint. There you go. See, there's just no room for the hand. They move around for your posability. That stock piece. I hate those things, man. I wish they would stop doing it. And they're not the only company that does it. Like, I see that a lot in my. I'm a Wayne Teen Scale guy, and I just started collecting these Joes because I love G.I. Joe. I think they're very nice figures for the most part. The G.I.JOE figures to have that problem with the stupid stock piece. Then he's all messed up. So he got a hold of it. As you can see, trigger. You get that stupid bent piece there for supposed to be a front grip. So you've seen it live right now. So you can try to shoulder. The guns has a gap for shouldering. You can't really get too much more back, even utilizing that joint. It doesn't want to go back to put the butt against the shoulder. Coming across the chest, it does come across pretty nicely. And then, man, this is a pain. It's just a straight piece. You can get that, so that's good. Oops, goggles again. You can get him to hold it. I'm not going to force that in there because it's hard to do through the camera. Man, the bent front grip is being a little bit of a pain, and I'm not trying to avoid stress marks. So there he is. You can do that at least, so that's a good thing. But you don't have. This maybe should have been just a tad bit longer. If they were going to use this gun, should have just scrapped this gun and give us our original gun. Very cool. Looks good. The gun is just, the part I don't like. I like the figure. So my cons is that gun. That's my biggest con. It's a nice figure. I like the Vipers. For the color scheme, it looks good. I should have a little more paint there. Maybe I like the paint on the backpack. That's really nice. Thank you for that. Not too bad. I think so. These are about $22 at Target right now if you want them. I think I've seen in my trips about 20 of them overall. And like I said, I got one for myself to open and one. I have one to keep in a box. I'm not totally sure if I'm keeping it. I may just return it. I'm sure I'm going with my collection yet for my classified figures because of the initial change from plastic to cardboard boxes, so I can't see the figure anymore. It kind of screws up collectability for like if you want to start a in the box collection. And so you have half your figures that you can see, and then whatever how many in the future of closed box, and maybe one day they'll go back when they learn that they've made a mistake. I mean, they'll say that it's for the environment. It's not for the environment. There's more plastic in this figure than is in like how many boxes, and it's not going to do anything. It goes to landfill and it gets incinerated. So whatever your product scam is, your promotional scam. Highly recommend the figure because he's cool. It's not perfect. It's worth the $22 if you get it. It's really cool if you do want to army build them. So I think honestly, army building these guys is because I just don't want to spend the money on extra weapons. But very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if you have this, how many you have, what you think about that gun, if you like it, if you don't. If you can't find them, if you can, check target.com. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in our next review.